Owen Abbas here for Pro Boxing Fans, here with Kid Galahad, the IBF champ. How does it feel? How does it feel being the champion of?
They don't feel no different, you know. I'm just focused on, you know, Saturday night doing the job on Kiko Martinez, and listen, it doesn't matter, you know, when you win that title, you don't feel no different on what everyone else says. It's not, you know, at the end of the day, it's about staying champion. I'm just focused, you know, my mindset ain't changed. I want to be a champion for a long time, and that's it, you know. It's hard to explain because, you know, I'm not focused on just developing and becoming a better fighter all the time. I don't sit back and think about anything else.
What's the ultimate satisfaction for yourself then? I'm just talking to you now and you seem like, okay, I've done one part, there's many more parts to come. But what's going to be the ultimate satisfaction for you as a fighter when you call it a day? What will be that end goal that you want to reach?
When I win 3 different titles in 3 different weights, and I've got a lot of money in the bank, and I can call it a day. That's when I'll sit back. But until then, I don't. You know, I'm focused on where I'm trying to get and where I've got to go.
You said in the press conference that, listen, I might be back in Sheffield or whatever else, but I'm tunnel vision when it comes to fight night. But surely there's a part of you in there when you hear your fans, and there's quite a few fans came out today to come and see you on a Thursday, shouting your name, that maybe you look around and be like, okay, you know, is there any of that going to go on in your head?
You know, the thing is, it's hard to explain. You know, I've been in this game a long time, and, you know, I've been a professional. I've been in it for 19 years, but from the age of, you know, 12, 13, I've been around champions, junior to Johnny Nelson, you know, Kell Brook, all these guys, and I see what the little things that, you know, people fall into traps and certain things, and I'm not letting none of them things. You know, I'm laying off other people's mistakes, and look, all that, it doesn't really matter. You know, people shout my name. Look, I won a world title in Eddie's back garden, and, you know, that's what shows it all for me. It don't really matter where I fight. It could have been, you know, in Kiko's back garden. It could have been anywhere, you know, in Wembley in front of 100,000. I'm just focused on what I've got to do in there and do a job on them.
If you wanted to map out your next few fights, we know Kiko's your main objective and you're going to have all your eyes on him, but you've said it there, you want to win titles. So if you were to map out your next few fights, is it all just new unifications going forward?
No, the thing is with boxing, it changes so much, and everything's just 1 minute one's champion, 1 minute he's not, then he moves up. Then the thing is, you just gotta. I'm just focusing on one thing at a time. So let me get this guy out of the way, and then we'll see what the other options are after that. But until then, them options don't even matter right now, because if I don't get this guy out of the way, they all go out the window. So that's the mindset you have to have. And look, Kiko's a hell of a fighter, got all the respect for what he's done in the ring, the level he's been at, but when he gets there Saturday night, he's going to wish he never took this fight.
You know, talking about that, we just saw Canelo, undisputed champion. In 11 months, he cleaned out 3 champions, became the undisputed champion. When you look at somebody like Canelo, is that the ideal way of doing things? But like you said, that it's not always going to work out like that, but is that the ideal way that you'd want?
Yeah, 100%. But look, at the end of the day, I'm not Sal Alvarez, you know, he's the cash cow. You know, there's no one in boxing who brings bigger draw than him. So I'm a realist. I'm not one of them guys, oh, you know, this, that, Eddie, yeah, I want 10 million quid for this fight or that. Well, Alvarez can do that because he's a big draw. I'm not a big draw, and I'm not on the same level as him in terms of sale-wise and everything else. And, you know, it's going to take a long time to get to that position. But, you know, I'm just focused on what I've got to do now.
I just want to sort of just want to talk about 2 fights quickly with yourself before I let you go, because I know there's a big queue of people. Just talking about Canelo, whilst we're talking about him, what's next for him? What do you see? He's done what he could do. What the motivation as a fighter do you reckon he can have?
Listen, he's been a multi-millionaire for how long? So money's not really a motive for him, and that's the thing. You know, I don't know. I think when you've done something all your life, and he's very disciplined and he lives the life, you can tell by the performances he's in when he fights. You know, to everyone, money's, you know, someone could have £1 million and retire. Someone could have, you know, 20 million, they could retire. Someone could have 100. He's got 300 or 400 million quid and he hasn't retired, because that's just what separates the difference between, you know, the greats and the champions. And look, for me, I think he could move up, you know, to light heavyweight, win a world title. I even think he could move up to heavyweight, you know, apart from, you know, the likes of Tyson Fury. I don't think, you know, I think it could be anybody else apart from Tyson Fury.
I just want 2 quick predictions from yourself whilst I've got you here. a lot of talk about your friend, somebody in your gym, Kell Brook, Amir Khan, possibly happening now. Kell saying he's signed it. Amir's talked about it in the past. If that fight was to happen at this late stage of both careers, it seems like it's going to be the last, song for both fighters. How does that one play out?
Listen, it's a tremendous fight. It should have happened a very long time ago. But I've got to back my boy Kell. At the end of the day, I've known him for a very long time. Amir Khan's a tremendous fighter. He's done things what fighters can only dream of. And look, it's going to be an exciting fight while it lasts. That's what I can say.
Final one, Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter. Give me a prediction on that one.
I'm going to go Crawford points. I just think he's a bit fresher. He's not had lower mileage on the clock, but it's going to be a tough fight. I wouldn't be surprised if he does put Shawn Porter down and gets back up and finished on his feet. But it's going to be a hell of a fight.
Well, kid, listen, I always appreciate it. I know it's difficult on fight week to give someone like me or someone just media time in general. I do appreciate it. Good luck on Saturday night and see you soon.